Hello, and welcome to an episode of The Making of Second Chance Heroes by Rocket City Studios. Lead level designer Eli here with you, and we are in the Science Lab, Better Dying Through Science, Part 1. This level was built by Rolly, and this, along with its counterpart, the next level, which of course will be the next video, are two of the least modified levels by me. These are pretty much entirely Rolly levels, and so starting out here in the first room, we've got our safe room here, some furniture, definitely some office stuff, but the office stuff sort of wraps itself up fairly quickly as we transition into the first lab, full of zombies and experiments and whatnot. After fighting a brief encounter, after zombies smash through the glass, you head out down the hallway into this sort of laser trap. Once you progress through there and past the gigantic hole in the floor, oh, by the way, this wall here isn't quite as barren as it looks. There's things that pop out of it and whatnot. And that's why that's sort of very plain over there. Alright, so here we've got a stack of computers headed into the gate, into the heart of the science lab, where we've got, it's hard to see in the editor, but, well, actually you can't see in the editor because of an alpha sorting bug, but we've got brains in jars and smashable flasks full of who knows what. And we've got buckets of slime or actually packets of slime. That's actually a mall asset, believe it or not, but it works well here, and we can use it here, so we did. So you got slime boxes and miniature slime oil drums. I'm going to hide these real quick. View, hide selected. Alright, after you progress through an encounter here where you turn off and on computers, you head out into the first hallway. Major hallway here. The only thing that I touched in the level was making these hallways wider, and I built a few of the peripheral areas that are at the far extent of the camera that you don't really see in the play space. Alright, so this set of labs over here is a, no, come on brain, is a tangent where you can fight a blood top and get a couple of the other things you need for goals. So that room very critical if you're going for goals. Anyhow, you come down here, you are no longer able to go down the hallway any further. One of the things about this level is the entire level is a descent away from the camera, which is an interesting design choice. Kind of difficult to pull off, and because of the angle of our camera, I'm not really sure how well it comes across that you're going downhill. I had the same problem coming towards the camera in the Malrog level, where coming downhill towards the camera was also difficult to portray. It seems that left to right elevation changes read the best, especially in the sense of the entire level going somewhere. Alright, well nonetheless, you come out over here into this lab where you are chased by a series of lasers, and while it appears as if you go straight, you actually smash through this wall, you head down this destroyed section into the lower labs, and now things are getting, if I could turn decals back on, because decals really help this level stand out, because they tell a neat story. Because as you get further and further into this level, there's just more and more blood everywhere. Well, there's a lot of blood all over the place, but you sort of come in, and here you can see lots of blood all over the place. And then there's like marks leading to the door, and down here there's all this sort of rubble on the ground around that hole, headed into the back area where there's puke and slime and explosions and blood in this hallway, and so on and so forth. Anyway, having headed down to this lower part, you're starting to see these symbols on the wall. Danger! Spiders? Because those are definitely spiders. You head out into this hallway where they've had overflow from all of the trouble and experiments, and possibly even using these areas as backup medical facilities. And then you've got something going on here. It's just a dead spider. Yes, spiders. Definitely spiders. I'm going to turn the decals back off because they've got those little icons on them that makes it hard to see. So, coming into here, you finally enter the Nibbles encounter, where you fight a number of these so-called spiders, only to find out that they're not spiders, they're aliens. Aliens being stored here by the bunker, by Ward. At this point in the game, it's starting to become fairly clear that Ward isn't exactly your friend. He is most likely trying to kill you. or rather trying to get everything else to kill you. Nonetheless, after fighting Nibbles, it's a quick run through this destroyed hallway section to this hole on the floor where you can progress forward to the next level. Alright, well, now that we've gone through our walkthrough, I'm going to also just try to spin this camera around and show you the elevation changes. Up here it's pretty clear, top of the level, and as you progress towards the camera you can see where it comes down and down and down, and eventually landing you in the bottom. Intended to give you the perception that you are headed deeper and deeper into this gigantic underground laboratory, because if you could imagine this level not cut away so that the camera could see, there's several stories here of labs, and so like there's labs on these labs, and there's also labs under these labs, and so it's a gigantic laboratory facility is the impression that we're trying to give off here. Alright, well that just about wraps it up for this video. Next video is the second part of the science lab, also a rolly level, and I will see you there. Alright, goodbye.